Have you ever, stopped to think about what's right under your feet? The stories hidden in the ground, or maybe inside a gem you see? Today, we're doing a deep dive into some really cool sources, things like rockhounding newsletters, and even this interesting old lapidary handbook.
Right, lapidary. That's the art of cutting and polishing stone.
Exactly. And it all centers on earth sciences, gemology, that whole fascinating world.
Yeah, and our goal here is to dig into some hidden gems, insights and maybe practical tips for anyone who's curious about geology or fossils, gems, minerals, or even things like jewelry making, mining, or just plain rock collecting.
Mm.
And just for a bit of context, that handbook you mentioned, the Handbook for Amateur Lapidary, the author, J. Harry Howard, actually lived right here in South Carolina. He donated his whole big collection to the University of South Carolina, which is pretty neat.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic local context. So he sort of set the stage. All right, let's jump in. What's something really exciting from these sources that, brings this all to life?
Well, one thing that really jumps out is the thrill of finding something like cave onyx. There's this place, Ladd's Mountain in Cartersville, Georgia.
Okay.
Apparently, limestone mining exposed these amazing calcite formations, beautiful bands of color, orange, red, creamy white, yellow.
Sounds gorgeous.
Yeah, but the really cool part, it fluoresces bright white under shortwave UV light.
Mm-hmm.
And then get this, when you turn the light off, it keeps glowing blue. It phosphoresces.
Wow, seriously, blue.
Yeah. And you can apparently just find this stuff loose in the dirt or tucked into rock pockets. You just need like a rock hammer, a chisel, some bags, basic stuff.
That's incredible. And what's really fascinating is how finds like that connect us way back, like deep into history.
How so?
Well, think about minerals. Long before we had fancy tools or anything, ancient people were using them. Take hematite.
Yeah. The name actually comes from Greek for blood because it's this rich red color. And people used it as pigment. You see it in ancient petroglyphs, rock carvings, even in super famous places like the Lascaux Caves in France. We're talking like 15,000 years ago or more.
Wow, 15,000 years just from grinding up rocks.
Exactly. And they used other minerals too, limonite for yellows, manganese oxide for blacks. It's amazing. And today, we still use hematite, but, mostly for making steel.
Right, so it went from art pigment to industry.
Yeah, it's quite a journey. It really shows how our relationship with these earth materials changes, but it endures.
That really puts it in perspective. So, okay, fast forward to today. If someone listening is thinking, wow, that sounds cool, I want to learn more, how do they get involved? What do the sources say about connecting with others?
Well, that's another key thing the sources highlight. It's not just about solo exploring. There's a real community aspect. Look at the Columbia Gem and Mineral Society, the CGMS.
Okay, CGMS.
Yeah, it's a nonprofit focused on education, and they're really active. Judging science fairs for USC, doing outreach in schools. They even helped showcase USC's own natural history collection at the McKissick Museum. There was an exhibit called Hidden Treasures.
Oh, cool. So it's very community focused.
Definitely. It shows how this interest brings people together
Right.
for learning and sharing skills.
That sounds great. So how does someone plug into a group like CGMS? Is it mostly talks or do they get hands-on?
Oh, it's really accessible. They have monthly meetings, usually speakers, presentations on all sorts of topics: earth sciences, geology, fossils, gems, minerals, jewelry making, lapidary arts, mining, rock collecting, you name it.
The whole spectrum?
Pretty much. And
Yeah.
anyone who's interested is welcome. You can just attend, maybe join the club if you like it. They often meet at the McKissick Museum, sometimes other places too, like KC.
KC, right. Got it.
That way too. Yeah.
And you mentioned hands-on stuff too. Absolutely. The sources talk about workshops, learning to use rock saws or cabochon machines, for making those smooth, polished stones.
Ah, right. Cabochons.
Yeah. And there are faceting guilds for cutting gems precisely, classes in silversmithing, wire wrapping,
Yeah.
even stained glass seems to pop up.
Wow. So lots of ways to actually make things.
Definitely. It's not just looking and learning, it's doing. A great way to turn that curiosity into a real skill and, meet people who get excited about the same stuff.
It really is something when you think about it. Consider just one rock or one gem. Its journey, starting deep in the earth, going through, well, millions or billions of years of change, and then it ends up, maybe it's a piece of art or something that tells a historical story, and it's just waiting for someone, maybe you, to uncover that story.
It's a pretty profound thought. From deep time to your own hands.
Exactly.
So if this whole conversation has sparked something for you, if you're feeling curious, remember everyone is invited to the Columbia Annual Gem and Mineral Show. It happens every November. It's just a fantastic chance to see incredible things, meet people, and really explore this world up close.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out.